So in this video, let's try to add some interior walls that we have on our plan. So I'm going to go back to the plan view, level 1, and there is one internal partition here and there's one here, so we'll add those. Before that, let's take a look at the walls that we just created. So when you select that, we know that the generic 8-inch masonry wall was selected. And let's see if I wanted to change all of that. If I wanted to change the wall type, I can select the walls and then can drop this menu down and change it to something else. Like, let's say if I wanted to go back to the generic 8-inch, I could do that. Or if I wanted to go with a different 4-inch brick, I could do that as well. So I just need to just select it and select the wall type, and now it's changed. As you can see, the wall type was changed. I'm going to go back, select everything, and drop this type selector down and change it to, again, 8-inch masonry. Another thing that we can see with the walls to modify it is these flip switches. So if you flip it, it goes, the outside comes in, and this especially becomes important where you have two different types of finishes on the inside and the outside. Say, for example, if you're using exterior brick on CMU with metal stud or exterior brick on CMU concrete masonry units, you see that there the external side is this brick, and you have a plaster on this side of the wall. Something, I think, maybe a plaster or just a fair face finish of the concrete masonry unit. Whatever the case, you can click on this flip switch and change the side of the wall. So whatever side that you want goes on the outside. Having said that, now what we want to do is we want to create this internal partition. So I'm going to go back to our wall, and I'm going to change the type. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to scroll down just a bit, and I'm going to scroll down just a bit, and there are some internal partitions that I can use. I want to use this internal 5.5 partition, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to click on that to select that particular wall, and the next thing that I want to do is change the height. Make sure that it's set to level 2. Now it's going to constrain to the level 2 that we have, so that's fine. It's going to be chain, no offsets or nothing, so everything looks good. The base constraint is 1, top constraint is level 2, so everything looks good for me to go. Now when I start to draw, you see that when I move my mouse closer to this wall, it's gonna give me a temporary dimension. It's saying this is gonna be 5 feet, and that's okay. That's probably what I want to have. I'm gonna just move it just slightly so that I can adjust it later on. So I'm going to click once and click here so that it creates this wall. And if I wanted to move away from the command, all I need to do is press the escape key on my keyboard and it goes away. And it's going to ask me to save the project. I'm going to save my project as everyone should. And now I have this this internal partition. So let's see. I'm going to select it, and when I select it, you see it's going to give me this temporary dimension again, like what we saw previously. So I'm going to change this blue dot to the inside of it so that I have the internal dimension. I'm going to do that here as well. So it's 4 feet and 11 something. I want this to be 5 feet exactly, so I'm going to say 5 feet, and that's going to create the internal dimension is going to be 5 feet, and that's how I want it to happen. Now I'm going to use the same, if I start working on another wall, it's going to use the same wall type that I used previously. So I'm going to create this wall here, and there we go. And I can check this as well if I wanted to. Now this one, I'm going to see the internal dimension is going to be 2 feet and 5 something. So I'm going to make it, just to make it even, 2 feet and maybe 6 inches. That's I think that's good. The only issue is now this is quite it has a odd dimension. So let's see if I select this. This is let's go to the internal dimension. This is 10 feet. Let's make it 10 feet. So well, 10 feet seems to be a little bit let's do 11 feet. Alright, 11 feet it is. And now let's see what this is going to be. So this is 2.5 feet still, and I'm going to make this let's see what this is. This internal partition is about 8 feet and some half an inch, and that's okay. I think that's fine. That we can work with that. So that's your those are your internal partitions, and if you want to see how it looks like, you can click on this small birdhouse and you can see how it looks like. You can rotate around and that's it. So those are the internal partitions. In the next video, let's take a look at how to add doors into this building.